Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome back to some more Pacific Drive. Specifically, for Pacific Drive, we're done with Whispers of the Woods, and as part of that, I've discovered something amazing. Bear with me. This is gonna take a bit. Don't worry about it. It's coming, you'll understand. I just gotta get real low. Just gotta slap my head with this trunk a bunch of times. What happens if you die? Here. Nothing. You cannot die. You cannot die here. Alright, well, I can't see anything. Let's, heal back up and see what we're up to. Okay. So I don't actually know if this is particularly good. However, the artifact that I'm rolling, whenever I take damage, items appear. I'm not particularly enamored with, like, how much that paid out. But, it does seem like just random stuff falls from the sky and can be looted. I'm not actually going to use this long term. I don't think it's actually worthwhile. But it's funny that I was able to get a ton of repair putty and some other scrap from this. Like, if I was really committed to it, I could spend a lot of time slapping myself with that over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, so things that I need to think about. We don't care about the fuel can. We're not doing fuel. I should probably get the plasma prod, now that I'm thinking about it, because that's going to be extremely helpful, maybe. Plasma charger. I'll get, like, a couple of them. Surprise! Okay. This might be overkill. But we don't really need the trunk space. There's not much that I'm looting at this point. Especially now that I have unlimited resources. Haha! Not really, but still. But there we go. I should be in a good position. We don't really have much else to make. I do need to figure out how to get Olympium fragments. But that's a later thing. Let's go in here. Do we want to recolor my car to look different? No, actually, I'm really digging the sarcophagus as my, like, primary visual. So I think I'm just going to re-sarcophagus my car. Considering a number of the new parts are not sarcophagused. And then I think we're just gonna go back out there and have a good time. Yeah, that's a nice looking car. So I also switched up my build a little bit. We've got 4 of the wind turbines. There's almost always wind, and especially when I'm moving full speed, there is wind. My car also has a quirk, but I do not know what it is, and I don't know what happens guessing. There's also, like, a lot of these. But yeah, so something happens to the car whenever the car does any of these things. Don't know. There's a hint system, but it's expensive, and so I don't have the resources for that. Anyway, let's plan a ride. So we just have to get to a deep zone and then bail. So with enough anchor energy, you can summon a gateway. So I could go all the way, or I could stop a little early. It doesn't really matter here, does it? We do want to avoid this zone. It kind of sucks. Let's see. I really like the biome changes. I need to pay more attention to that long term. So the question is, yeah, how far do I want to go? I think I want to go all the way because I want to get access to this. Yeah, return from a connected junction. So I think what I'm going to do is probably not go through there. I'd abandon a run. That's why there's a gravestone marker. Heavy fog, turncoat, honk. Water's acid is a little spooky. It's so dark and exhausting explosions. The alternative is I take the highway in. But I think a lot of these are going to be stinky. I'm just going to have to worry about corrosive waterways. Because, yeah, I think taking the direct route is actually going to be pretty fast. It's 4 zones. We don't really need to stop for much of anything. And I've got some quirks that should make life a little easier. Do I have any of these? Artifacts of Currents. Submerged anomalies release you. Submerged engine power goes up. Just in case we do end up in water and we need to get through it quickly, this will help. Alright, this is about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. Hopefully this car is primed and capable of dealing with this. This is a full electric engine. Yeah, at full speed, we charge my engine. So that should be good. I was trying to think of this. Originally, I was tempted by going for, I was really tempted to go for, you know, the lightning rod and the hydro generator just to cover my bases, but I was still draining as I was driving, and when I stopped, well, there wasn't rain always. I'm just gonna go for this one. My logic on this, to some degree, is mostly just we want to just cruise. This is going to be a long run. Not much to really inspire me to stop. One immediate problem is I might be too fast.
You're
but
gonna
so
like
be it.
what I've got more than Bigfoot likes those mushrooms.
Okay. We'll stop for these things just because. It's easy resources. And, like, it's probably a good idea to have a small handful of things stored. I might also want to stop for some plasma, but I can do that later. Okay, so this is a bit of a nuisance. Oh. I didn't realize that would take control of my car. I was hoping it would be one of those where my car would just, it would just like flip my controls. But alas, not how it works. And that's fine. Alright. Leave car off, throw it in park. Unfortunately, not much wind going on right now. I'm not going to be able to get much out of that, but that's okay. Now, if you're wondering why I have the lights off, it saves me a little bit of power, and also it makes my car faster. So, going to be driving a little bit in the dark here. That's okay, I think it's going to be dawn soonish. And yeah, I could grab more of these stable anchors. We technically can use them for diagnosing quirks, but I'm not in deep need. My car doesn't have that many quirks. Hopefully we do run into an area that is foggier. Because a much foggier... Ooh, we were going maybe too fast. A much foggier... much windier area is going to give me plenty of power back. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going too fast to be able to focus on either... Even by running, like, circumstantial commentary, because by the time I get my point across, I'm already gone. Oh boy. Woo! Okay. That's bad. Was not expecting to get power boosted like that, but hey, we're fine. Ever race a saw blade before? Would not recommend it. We're fine. But boy, I would not try that in real life. Okay. So it looks like power is holding quite well, actually. I think this is going to be more of an issue on a dirt road more than anything else. Alright, so we want to go corrosive downpours? No. We want to just do this one. I'm really curious about what turncoat means. Because either it means my car is going to betray me in some way, shape, or form, or something. Or it just keeps honking, which would be annoying, but I'm not deeply planning on stopping for much of anything. Oh, right. I'd mentioned there were some logs. Transmissions. Let's see. I think I've done that. Deep zone crossing. Okay. Is it this one? Okay, yeah, it's these two. Explore the deep zone.
Good news. I can replicate Alan's suppression method. We'll stand some chance of halting the gamma ray burst from the well. 30 years later, my late husband still manages to impress. Figuring out how to keep you alive once the reaction gets going, however, that's harder. But I have an idea. Francis, I need your ear.
Go on.
We know that as soon as the car gets to the well, the trigger will be instant. Once this remnant expends its energy, gamma radiation will erupt from the well, and the driver will be at ground zero taking the worst of it.
But can we activate the gateway as soon as they make contact?
It's tricky. Too early, and we may interrupt whatever reaction process the remnant carries out. Too late, and it's bad news for the driver. There's too many unknowns. Only the driver will know the right time to use it.
How can you be sure they'll live long enough to make that call?
The ARC device has been transmitting data every single second since it was installed. Every drop of fuel, every spark plug that car's lit, I have on record.
You've been running an experiment this entire time, with the driver as the guinea pig.
The mere act of being alive is the biggest experiment of all, dear.
Is that another one of Alan's sayings?
That one's all mine. Driver,
We've seen that car protect you this entire time. It's triggered a gateway in your time of need. It's ferried you back to the garage through every circumstance and obstacle and bump in the road. So we can trust that it'll protect you long enough to get you away from whatever and wherever you end up.
Still sounds like a heavy dose of blind faith to me.
Could be.
oh, there's one last part to this, and it's waiting for you back at the auto shop. Take your time. Enjoy the view.
Okay. And to be honest, I don't actually know how much of this how much unstable energy I need at this point. I need stable energy for things. Maybe there's some way to convert them around. Whee! Oh boy. I'd say was bad, but actually wasn't too bad at all. Ooh, that did cost me some power, though. Okay. Yeah, when I'm going quick, or if there's a lot of wind, we're in a very good position. And get plenty of power from it. I am going to have to worry about my batteries long term, though. Alright, stop here. Yeah, as long as I'm able to go fast, we're in a fine position. Let's hope nothing, like, terrible shows up. Yeah, see, that's what I qualify as terrible. Ow! Yeah, there's more I could do here. There might be a charger station as well to keep an eye on. But I'm not terribly passionate about stopping for anything. We're just zooming today, which might mean we get 2 missions done. The main thing is knowing that my batteries will run out if I'm, like, dithering too hard. Well, hey. Okay, we need my lights on for this one. Alright, and logbook. Transmissions.
Francis, I don't know if you're listening. A while ago, you asked me why I cared so much about the remnants. It's because I saw Alan the night of the accident, during the mass hallucination. Except, I'm not sure it was a hallucination. We had a tradition. When we were both working late, he'd swing by my lab for a coffee break at some ungodly hour. That night, he visited. We talked. The coffee burned my tongue. Nothing out of the ordinary. Seconds later, the gamma ray surge swept through the facility and the roof caved in. I looked for him in the aftermath. I couldn't find him anywhere because he hadn't been in my lab. He was ground zero at the accident site,
Miles away in the deep zone. But I saw him, touched him, smelled his cologne.
He was there.
Impossibly there. More than a hallucination.
You never reported that?
Admit to Arda that I
Communed with my husband's ghost. When they were already looking for ways to push me out, not a chance.
I gave them my technology and my home, but I'd be goddamned before I let anything destroy my professional credibility.
And this remnant?
It's my last chance to know if what I saw was true, if it came from the well, or if it was all in my head. The things we spoke of, things I couldn't have made up. Never mind. I know how it sounds.
Like you've seen a ghost.
Okay, so it's set off the explosives crate. That's tricky. What is this? An Olympium vein. Oh, I need a magnetic hammer, though. Yeah, it's not worth it. I knew this is something I was probably going to have to hoard later. Okay. I will fully admit, this might actually be extremely stupid. I'm running up a hill with an unstable reactor. Or I'm going to have to run up a hill with an unstable reactor in my hands. That's usually not a good idea. Or corrupted reactor in my hands in the dead of night. without actually being able to see much of anything, all the radiation ticks down. We're fine, actually. As long as I don't get spiked by that thing. Well, I do have puncture resistance. Yeah, it did like 5 damage to me. That honestly could have been so much worse. The question is, do I go for a second one? Because the next one's further away. Okay. Yeah, magnetic hammer. No way I'm going to be able to get that. Still don't know how to get a limb magnet either. I think I'm going to just leave. Because, yeah, that's far. The last one was a short walk. This one's further. Okay. We might want to take our time and do a little bit of exploration when we get the chance. Okay. Now could go here. Cloud anomalies are plentiful. Exhausting explosive. Yeah, we're just going to go here. We'll just see what happens. I've got plenty of energy. And it doesn't seem like it drains my energy to leave. So I'm already juiced up and ready to go if I need to. Okay, and this time I can actually see stuff. Okay. There is an insane amount of energy here. There's also wind. So I don't actually... Yeah, we don't have to worry about power as long as I'm here. Okay, couple of things. What are you? Radiant Dredge. Well, it hasn't run into my car yet. It's a lot of explosives. Okay. I do worry about those. Just park my car over here. Let's just let it generate power. Oh, it's a gas station here. Okay. Well, we don't care deeply for gas, as it does nothing for me. This is helpful, considering I left all of my food in the car. Okay. The chances of finding what I'm looking for are kind of slim. Because I actually don't know where to get limb magnets from. Can I loot this? Oh, it's a ticking tumbler. I see. So they're not just explosive boxes that have gone rogue. I mean, I guess they are. Okay. You're rudely timed and... Oh. Where's my car in all of this? Yeah, so the nice part is we don't have to worry about damage to the car as much. Not so nice part is, still don't want the car to take much damage. Ooh, almost crashed there. It seems like there's 2 routes on the interior tunnel. Well, this is kind of convenient. Park my car here. Yeah, we got plenty of power. I'm going to leave it there for the time being. I want to go grab that. Unfortunately, that might be in a really precarious location. Let's see. There's my food. At least I have the radar, so it should be easy enough to find what I'm looking for. Oh, it's not the radar, though, that's going to help me. Shoot. That's a lot of hot dust and... oh. Turns out we did actually want to go through the tunnel. It would have spit us out right next to this thing. Oh well, that's fine.
After the multi-stage evacuation of the Olympic Peninsula's 100,000-strong population, the records get sketchy. Once the region is swept clean of civilian eyes, the flow of information trickles to an eventual stop. ARDA has always maintained that the evacuation was done in the name of national security, that there was simply nothing more patriotic than sacrificing your homes, with the communists plotting our demise across the Atlantic. Certainly not because there was any danger from the strange experiments happening inside, or situations most unnatural to witness. ARDA kept a wide berth, displacing citizens far ahead of the front line, so first-hand accounts of things going awry were rare. But rumors spread fast, and everyone had some story about a distant relative whose pet changed in inexplicable ways, or a friend of a friend who followed strange lights into the woods and never returned. Once the civilians cleared out, the ARDA employees moved in. Scientists, officials, support staff, and their families made the Olympic Exclusion Zone home, reaching anywhere from 300 to 1,000 in total at its peak. What any of them were doing in the zone was kept hush-hush, but the population just outside the walls found the secrecy irresistible. Every shipment of raw material, out-of-season weather pattern, and inexplicable light or sound became the talk of the town for the first decade of the zone's existence.
Okay. Oof. Yeah, let's hope nothing bad is happening to my car. Usually if you get too far away from it, nothing does. Though, I guess if you park it next to something terrible, maybe it's an issue. Yeah, I wonder how many audio logs I'm going to miss overall in this. Probably a lot. It's one of those where, like, hundoing this game just seems like it would be too much effort. Okay. I don't necessarily know if looting this thing is really the way to go. I'm not even touching it. Oh, it's because it's plunked into another par. Like, they're clipped into each other. That should give me some stuff to work with if I need to build or repair anything. You know, I'm going to keep this, just in case. Oh, what am I doing? And yeah, I'm completely full on power. Probably should have actually picked a different... location to go to. But it's fine. Probably. Okay. I'm going to do the silly thing. We're going down the hill. I've gained a certain boldness as a result of the DLC. And you better bet I'm going to use it to get around faster. There's a lot of these little boxes all over the place. But yeah, the small amount of damage that I take from like crashing into things is a rounding error as far as I'm concerned. Rude. Okay. But yeah, knowing I have unlimited fuel and my car repairs itself just for generating battery, it really does put me in a position where I'm kind of okay with taking some punishment here. Not too much, but enough. Alright. Yeah, if I'd really been thinking about some of these things. There we go. I might have actually been able to get even more fun abilities. Okay, it's just up over this hill. Yeah, I can hear it. Even if I can't see it. This is just unstable. That's fine, honestly. We don't need everything to be corrupted energy. Though if I want to get the good gas tank, I'm going to need a lot of corrupted energy. So be it. Alright. So this one's a bit tricky. There's a lot of exits. There's a lot of reactors. Okay. Did not even notice he was there. It's fine. He did not get me very far. Oh. Looks like there might be something wrong with my front headlight. Oh, it's okay. We can always get more of those. Let's see. The one thing I do want to figure out is where to get the magnets from. Oh. Other downer I didn't realize. Storm's over. We don't have our extremely high winds anymore to keep the car powered. I actually don't think this is an issue. Also really love this environment. It's freaky and weird. All these just strange monolithic stone towers? Yeah, stone towers just everywhere. No real explanation given. None specifically needed. It just needs to be suitably weird. Okay. Now I think this is just a gas station on the right. Yeah. Well. No guardrail here. This might be foolish. Okay, as usual, try and do a controlled slide. Perfect. Landed on our feet. Oh! Oh! Was not expecting it to be that close, but hey. Okay, so we've got a couple of things. I'm going to park my car next to this. Because I might as well plonk some of these things open. I don't know how many more plasma things we need, but still a good idea to just have a constant supply. Why do I keep dropping this thing? No idea. Explosives for plastic. No. Yeah, not the best. Still don't know where to get this magnet from. We'd gotten a chunk previously and then haven't since. Okay. I don't know how much of those we need. Oh, that's just a dumpster on the bottom. Unfortunately, a lot of this is just kind of whatever. Hi. Sir. It's just chemicals. Oh, right. I'm not fully theft-proof. They can't steal what's in my hands, but they can steal anything and everything else. Okay. So we have a ton of these. So I'm just gonna move things over. So far, so good. Slap this. Well, if I needed unstable unstable energy after this, I'm going to be impressed. Okay. Now let's see if I can avoid the TikTokers. Ticking tumblers. Oh, that's a match made in hell. Maybe? Okay. Park myself on the road. Yeah, so the one problem is the wind has completely died off, so I no longer have the power that I had previously. Mailman number 6. I will have to look at these at some point. Huh. We're apparently missing mailman number 2. I'm stuck in it. That's fun. Oh, is I being... Were they holding on to me? They might have been. Okay, before the hot dust can kill me. Rude. Okay. Park my car here. Yeah, do I search the area? The problem is it's been mostly just regular crafting materials. Well, I don't think it did too much damage. If any. Oh, god damn it. I have this bad thing where I just will randomly sink my ring finger onto the mouse. Or ring finger, middle finger onto the mouse. I don't know why I mixed the two up. And effectively fat finger. Okay, that's a little eerie looking. We should probably not be here for long. Let's hope none of the other ticking tumblers decide to head for my car. There's one there. I bet they knew what they were doing when they named those things. Holy smokes, this thing actually took some hits. Alright, well... Okay, that one didn't mess with me for too long. This one's going to. At least I like that song. Okay, so we're just gonna get out of here. At this point, I could try and go for materials. We still have to figure out how to get Olympium and how to get limb magnets. But we don't need either of them particularly deeply. How close am I? Well, all things considered, let's just turn around, link the other gateway. I totally forgot this is not... I'm still DLC brained. Well, how far would I have to go to get this one? Nah. We're just gonna do that one. It's downhill the whole way. And all the bad stuff that could pop up between me and there has already popped up. So I think we're good to go. Well, this was smooth. Yeah, if we're lucky, some of the things have gotten out of the way, but is fine. And yeah, we'll have to find one of these that is perpetually stable so I can actually stop and loot things. Damn it. Oh, that was a hard hit on my bumper.
Hello, my dear residents of Sierra. This is your Daily Mayor, Steve Strawberry. I'm very pleased to let you know that your first annual limb fair. That's right.
Okay, was not expecting that to pop up. Ooh boy. Yeah, the lefty-righties, or whatever they're called, hurts. Power slide. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Damn. I guess if you pull the handbrake, you just stop. I was kind of hoping I could, like, do a power slide sideways into it. It did not work. Well, that's okay. So, all things considered, yeah, we got a decent amount of resources from
Fresh
that.
new upgrade waiting for you, driver. Straight out of the oven.
The anomaly barricade. Get the overcharger from Oppie's pneumatube. In? Here we go.
What do you think, Francis?
It could work.
It will work. We don't know anything about the well, but the driver doesn't have to go in completely empty-handed.
You're removing the arc device's limiter and overloading its charge capacity.
Right. So no matter how much energy the car's getting blasted with, the arc will be able to overpower it to open a gateway. It's the only way to extract the driver from whatever's going to happen at the trigger point.
And then we use Allen's suppression technique to keep the whole thing from completely exploding? This sounds like a lot.
Oh yeah, I can have 3. There we go.
Arc device mod's looking good. Now you can head out and overcharge it. We'll give you instructions when you're en route.
Okay, got plenty of healing items. Everything else is good. Oh, I've got pressurized cartridges I do not need. And let's run it by this. Well, that's a nice, smooth mission. I think the main issue with this one, like, it felt like the DLC I could go get most runs done kind of quick. Seems like these are a little bit more of an actual road trip, which is fine. Anyway, I guess, yeah, let's check the map. We do also have this thing. I think that lets me reroll zones, and holy shit. Alright. Well, that unfriendly looking. It wants me to go here. So at least that has perpetual stability, so I can check it out. But, oh boy, car can't protect you from explosive damage. Swift Storm. Cripes? Oh, that one's perpetual stability at the very least. Ductors move faster. Yeah, so I think we'd take the E7, G9, C5, A7, A1 route, if anything. Probably. Is there anything else to mess with? No, not so much. I think we must be getting close to the end. Not many more zones to explore. Not sure how many chapters are left, but I'm going to leave that for later. For now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.